everybody. So I had a little bit of a video delay here. Kind of put some of it together. We sent the converter out for the 4L60E down to Johnny Winters. They're going to reflash, put a new lockup disc in it, and hopefully we get it back soon so we can put that in. Well, the only thing I'm waiting for on this thing here right now, yeah, GM likes to put plastic pistons in their valve bodies, and the accumulators they like to crack and break and then burn bands up. It's real fun, you know, so we don't like doing that here. We're putting some Transgo ones in. That order will be placed this week. We'll get that done. Here's a 4L60E. I did the upgrade on it. Basically, no HD2 kit. What I did was I took all the stupid things that happen to these out, and the Transgo kits work really, really well. So they upgrade some springs. They stop the converter pulse width. This transmission was a very low mile transmission, so even the separator plate didn't have the check balls beating the daylights out of it yet. But we upgraded that one also to a Transgo separator plate, new gaskets. I carefully took this thing apart and did it over the weekend. I didn't shoot any footage, but here's the remnants of what I was doing and everything. I'm going to get a new output seal, filter for deep pan, clean all this up, ready to go. I took the bell housing off. You got it one-time shot with an impact gun to take them off. I knock them all out, no problem there. Updated the servo to a Corvette style inside there. Also did the updates on the block plate so it can drain the oil out of it. So a lot of little things here and there. All my shift solenoids are good. No oil in the connector. It was fine. Like I said, low mileage, never overheated, real nice clean transmission. Next up, we got some nice intake gaskets. I was able to hunt down the original part number and it cross-references over on a Felpro, so they snap in. Here is a TBSS intake. It's actually a truck intake, but the Trailblazer SS intake is what it's fondly known by. I got a 92 millimeter throttle body from Holley, and then I called up Texas Speed. I was having trouble with the injectors. The 36-pound injectors, the flex fuel ones for an LM7, were not going to get it for me. The flow rates on them are good, but not good enough for what this engine can run at if I were running it all out on the track. So Texas Speed hooked us up. We're going to open these up, and you'll see us throwing some injectors in there, putting the rail back on, and getting ready to mount this thing permanently down on this engine. LS2 injectors, 42 pounds. These should be the right height for what we're replacing in the intake. And then, of course, we got a little jump drive, so that's going to help us with the tune. These are my EV6 injectors, the 36-pound ones from factory. And the replacement ones that you can get from Texas Speed, they're almost identical. You can see on this one the opening's way more than the factory one. I took the old injectors off, as you can see, and then I cleaned out the fuel rails. There we go. So these are real easy. Just push these up a little bit into themselves and then push the clip in from the back. Okay, intake gaskets for this intake that I got. I like the locking ones. Part number is MS92211. We have a cable-driven throttle body, and that's what we're going to on this 57 Chevy. Originally, we were going to be drive-by-wire, so I made a plug and put that there. That's where the original gas pedal goes. And they make these nifty gas pedal linkages where you actually bolt a new gas pedal there, and the pedal swivels in there off that bracket. and then you drill a hole somewhere in the next location so you can run the cable out to the throttle body. All good. So I bought a kit. So I mounted the bracket in, but let's do this together, everyone. You mount that bracket in north and south, okay? Look at how the angle of this is down. And not only that, if you look at it this way, right, you got to put it on an angle on the firewall. It puts this part right here into the firewall too far. It needs to be back this way, so the angle's wrong. So we're going to cut this bracket, reorientate it, re-weld it, and then fit it back in the car to make sure it fits the car. Remember, guys, make the part fit the car, not the car fit the part. So you saved a little bit of money because you didn't spend that $200 and you got it for a quarter of the price, but now you're going to eat it for 3 hours of labor and fitment. Okay, that makes sense to me, everybody. Wonderful. That's how that fits the firewall. And what I did is I cut 3/4 of it out, and I was able to twist it and bend it and move it to the position where I need it to be. So that can slide on here really nice. Alrighty, so that's me after I welded, dressed it, and painted it a little bit of silver. So anyway, that'll mount in there nice. So we picked up the converter yesterday. Christy went and got it for me. It was very busy in the shop. And we have a little bit of a delay of how things are going here chronologically, but I'll get you up to speed here. This transmission is all set. I locked the converter in, spun it down, made sure it was all backed in, checked my measurement here, I'm good, and now I'm ready to stick it into the car. So we're gonna put this thing, we're gonna give it a home. We're at the point now where I'm putting the converter bolts in. Before I did that, I measured how much depth I had and engagement into the pump. And you don't want to be any more than 3/16 of an inch. Minimal is 1/8. I'm at the 3/16 mark, maybe just a slight hair more depending on crankshaft back and forth. So what I'm going to do is put that washer in right there and take a little bit of that out and put it in the good part of the pump. You don't want on 4L60Es to ride on the snout in the pump. It cocks the gear in the pump and then it wears the pump. So you don't want to do that. That'll fix that. That's amazing. That little bit means so much. Couple little notes. This is for popping the converter forward. This is to check and see up in there. Get the light. And then you can see your engagement. And I can get up in there and I can make sure I have proper engagement. So I threw the drive shaft in. That's all tight. That's tight. Trans mount's up in. Everything's good. Got to get a filter before I put my pan back on. And we'll start working on the shifter linkage real soon here. And then all the way around on this side here, I got to fab some 6AN lines and then string them down here, around here, and then go to the tranny cooler. We're going to put a tranny cooler in since we raised the stall speed of the transmission converter, so we don't get too hot. Should be good. So today, I got to hold the phone out. Our stand broke. I had plastic junk. The camera took a tumble. Anyway, got to see Lee. I know it's been a while since Lee's been here. He's very busy with his life. Lots of changes, lots of reality checks as we get older. Anyway, that man, I was able to contact him, hunt him down. Very elusive, kind of like Bigfoot. Anyway, he was able to tint our window for the LS project here. Things I don't like to do. It's like doing plumbing in a house. Can you do it? Yeah. Do you want to? No. Just leave it to the experts sometimes. So that's what we did here, and Lee did a bang-up job. Legal tint. We're just going to do legal tint on the sides and the back window. Unfortunately, I don't have the footage of him doing this because we tried doing it here in this shop, and we have so much bodywork going on. It was just not having it here. It's just all the little bits in the air, and it was just not making a fun time for him. So he took it and put it on his turf and knocked it out. So hats off to Lee. Thanks very much, man. Hopefully we can get you back into the fold sometime soon here. It would be great. So it's been a little bit of time. This car shouldn't be in here right now, on the lift and everything. The reason why it's still here is because I had to stop working on this. I have a bunch of other projects that happened. Anyway, this is almost all ready to run. Everything is complete. Wiring, hoses, coolant, oil, ready to fire off. Pretty close. Got a couple little things to do. That's not all terminated yet over there, and this is not fully secured yet because we're probably going to be switching a couple things around. Ran the battery into the trunk, and that little distribution block right there is for my power, and it's all fused. And then we have everything on relays and fused and marked. Can't get any better than that. So that's what's going on with this girl here. Sorry for the delay, but I'm going to show you what's going on in the back. The back window area here, I'm going to put the clippies in, kind of like my little cheat sheet I found off the internet there. I have a source book as well, and I've done so many, I just like to make sure I have all 22 clips. I'm going to put them all in, and then I'm going to put the window in dry. I'm not going to put the window in with any lube or anything like that and string it. I can stick them in. I've done that before on these, and they're not too bad. They're just got to watch your P's and Q's, lay the bottom in first. I'll show you how it's done in this video. So in here, you'll see there's notches. Okay, now down on the bottom there's no notches, and then up top, since this is a very late 57, I can't vouch for it, but actually on this particular one here, there's only 6 notches up on the top where you can actually like put these clips. I like to have more on the bottom because that clip actually has to hold those 2 bottom moldings in, and they don't fit very nice in here. They like to pop out here, and they like to go poing right out in the middle here, and you're only held in by the pressure of the clips. And the reason why you gotta do these clips first is obviously the molding, the rubber has to grab it, it'll capture it, and it's a pressure fit. And the little teeth in there, right there, yeah, those little teeth in there have to grab that molding. I'll pop these clips down, nothing more to it, and then I'm actually not roping this one in, I'm actually going to spoon it in. Once I get the bottom lip, I'm good. I'll get it.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's down over here.
It's okay. I got stuff. I'll pull it in.
Okay. Let me push down on the top a little bit. And then
That's
pretty much right. That's right. That's good.
Okay.
And then on where my thumb. Okay, now right in here.
Okay.
Yeah, because it needs to
Right where your left thumb is.
pop off here.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Now, hold on.
Looking good.
Okay, looking good right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let me pick it.
Looks like it's doing pretty good.
Okay, push the window down into the car. Just trying to make sure the rubber seal is in. And I'm making sure I got contact. Push the glass in. Alright, okay, we'll check over here. And same thing. How we looking, Beans?
Looks good.
Thank you, sir. Push. Just give her a little push, pressure. You can hurt her. She don't care. She likes to be pushed.
Sure.
That's a little push. What do you think, guys?
Looks pretty good.
Alright.
Just need the fingerprints all over it.
Yeah, it shows that we fingered it.
Look.
Yeah, that's normal.
Okay.
That's a normal. Let me look on this side here. And what it's going to do is settle. It's going to settle. And I don't need to... Yeah, it's settled. You guys did good. See, I normally do these by myself and then I have to rock them.
Mm-hmm.
And this one I didn't have to rock.
Is that good?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have to rock it.
That's some thick glass.
Yeah, that glass is not... You ain't breaking this glass. So we'll just get her cleaned up. I'm gonna let her set her for the night, and then what I'll do is I'll get her out in the sunlight, and then she'll lock in. It won't come out, and then I'm gonna backfill it. But I can backfill it today. All right, Biggins, thank you.
I love the engine now.
There you go. All right, minus the fingerprints, it's in.
That's
Yeah.
what I was saying. Sorry about the fingerprints.
Oh no, that's fine. Hey,
Do it without them.
no, you can't. And then it just cleans right up. It just cleans up. But it's nice to have it LE tinted it, and we got a nice legal tint back there, and that's good. That's in. Now I can get the headliner in it and get that buttoned up. But that's a one step forward.
This is sweet. Like I said, I'm a truck person, but I'll drive this in a heartbeat. I like it.
We got to get you behind the wheel.
Next to it when you get it done.
Yes, sir.
I don't need to drive it.
All right, everybody, that's going to about do it for this video. And next one, you'll see this thing leaving and Paul's GTO going on the lift. We're going to fire off the engine. It already runs, but we're going to put the sniper system in place of the carburetor because we didn't have a carburetor and it was already set up for fuel injection. You'll see that in the next episode. Everyone, thank you for your patience and holding out for us here. We will have some videos going very, very soon. Thank you all so much. We'll see you soon. Take care.